What is the law of attraction? Well, many people ask that. Well, the law of attraction is the belief that you can align with the things that you want in your life and make them come to fruition. That luck is not a real thing, and that you create your own luck and you can create your own destiny. That is the foundation of the law of attraction. Now, how does it work? Well, it can work one of two ways. It can work in a belief system that is spiritual, or it can work in a belief system that is based in science. It does not matter. The law of attraction always works. Spiritually, we believe that we live in 3D, but there's many other dimensions out there with a lot of infinite possibilities, and you can align yourself with the dimension that you want by following the right steps, by vibrationally becoming a match for what you want. Scientifically, we know that time does not exist. There's no such thing as time. And that's the science. Okay? And then we also know that the mind is composed of the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. And that the conscious mind handles 5 to 10% of what we do during the day. And the subconscious mind handles 95 to 90% of what we do during the day. Now, think about the subconscious mind. You are right now sitting in your chair or standing up or maybe in the car. You are breathing, you're not consciously aware of it. Your heart is pumping the blood, you're not consciously aware of it. Okay, you're blinking, you're not consciously aware of it. You're driving. How many times have you driven somewhere and zoned out and gotten to where you needed to be? Many times, right? So that is the subconscious mind working away. When you get into an argument with someone and you react in a way that perhaps even surprises you, that is your subconscious mind at play. Okay, so when we talk about the subconscious mind is a very, very powerful thing that stores memories, beliefs, and many other crucial elements to our life force. Okay? And so, in order to align with the things that we want in the law of attraction, we have to believe that these things are possible. In a spiritual sense, believing that it is possible, it's asking God and believe that you shall receive it, or asking your higher self and believing that you shall receive it. Correct? In the scientific sense of the word, it is convincing your subconscious mind that something is possible. For example, if we don't believe that it's possible for fish to walk, fish will not walk. If we don't believe it's possible for us to fly, at least with wings, then that's not possible. However, if we don't believe that we can make $100, we'll go our whole life not making $100. And this is how the law of attraction works. Now, if you want to use it in a more specific way for something that you may want into your life, you actually have to convince your subconscious mind that this is possible. So, for someone that has never made money in their lives, has had a lot of failures in their lives, they don't believe that good things are possible for them, based off of prior conditioning, perhaps from their childhood or some traumatic incidences that may have happened to them. And now they believe they're not capable of something, and so they do not achieve that. So, how does one achieve that? Well, you can achieve something in one of many different ways. How does one achieve the ability to believe in yourself? In a way that is almost certain, because that is the only way that you align with your subconscious mind to hash out, look for the things that you want, put it on its purpose to discover what you believe is possible, give it direction, kind of like a computer. Well, first and foremost, we have to get very clear on what we want. If you're not clear on what you want and you do not write it down, your subconscious mind will be working on 100,000, tens of thousands of things on a daily basis. We need direction, we need clarity, and we need energy into that. Okay, so get clear. Pick one or two things at a time. People want to fix every aspect of their lives, but that takes time. So you start now with the foundation of two things that you want imperatively, more than anything. You write those down. And then what you write is the opposite belief that you hold right now. And this is how you discover your limiting blocks. For example, I want to be rich, but deep down I don't think that money is a good thing, or I don't believe that I am deserving of money. So I write that I want richness, but I don't believe that I deserve it. I write that Perhaps I'm a woman and I write that I want to be successful, but I think that that would make me less desirable to men. And so what we do is we write down our beliefs that are not aligned with what we want and that are causing us some interference, as they say. And we write down our beliefs, and what we use afterwards is examples of the beliefs being false, the limiting beliefs being false. So how does that work? If I believe that I am a woman, and if I make a certain amount of money, I would be less desirable, perhaps based off of some old wives' tale or something my mother taught me or my grandmother. And I have this belief system, and without deep into introspection, I would not notice this. But I have this belief system, and it's buried. I wasn't even consciously aware of it until I wrote it down. But I have this belief system, and I decide now to use examples. I say, look, Rihanna is very likable. She has a lot of men after her. And so I use that, I write that down. I say, okay, well, here's an evidence that that is not true, that belief system. Another evidence that it's not true, I pick another person that's hugely successful, Gal Gadot, and she's very desirable. She's married for a long time. Okay, here's another example. Now I have my examples. What I need to do is I need to now rewire my subconscious brain with the examples and the awareness of the belief system and the blocks. So I say, in the past, I believed that women who make money were less desirable to men, but I understand now that that is incorrect because Rihanna, blah, 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 Gal Gadot, blah, 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 this example, that example. And you go down the line with all of your limiting beliefs for whatever it is you want to accomplish. If that's wealth, you focus on wealth. And the way that you reprogram your subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is very stubborn, is you can do it through meditation, hypnosis, which is, I have many hypnosis videos. You can do it that way. You can do it through affirmations, but they take a very, very long amount of time. The affirmations can be done in the mirror. You can do them through people believe subliminal messages, and that's very mixed. Some people it works for, some people it does not work for. And if you're not familiar with subliminal messages, they are messages that are under the threshold of hearing, but your eardrums can still feel the vibration. So it can be placed under a song, affirmations placed under a song, and or peaceful music that you only hear the music, but the vibrations that are aligned with the rest of the affirmations is still being picked up by the subconscious mind by bypassing the conscious mind. And there you can do it through visualization, which is scripting. You can do it through many other ways. People still discover new and new ways to imprint their subconscious mind. People believe in vision boards. I found that vision boards can be effective, but in a very broad sense of way. So yes, this is the foundation for the law of attraction. You have to believe that something is possible. That is the first step. You have to remove your subconscious blocks, and that is the second step. Now, once you start to do these things, your supercomputer, that is your mind, will start to lead you down the path of discovering the answer and the solution to the problem that you've presented. Now, do not get discouraged, for the subconscious mind works very well, but it does sometimes take time. In the spiritual sense of the word, we believe that there's a lull between the 3D and perhaps the 5D. In the scientific sense of the word, it takes the brain, the computer, a time to rewire the code. You have to accept the belief system, the new belief system, and that takes time. And once it does actually accept the new belief system through conscious conditioning, right, we have to reprogram our mind through repetition. That is the way neurons are rewired. It's called neuroplasticity. And so when we do that, our brain starts to work. And it starts to create an outline for what we want to manifest. And this is why it's so important to believe that something you want is possible. So if I want to become a billionaire one day and I have a zero in my bank account, I don't go from thinking that I'm going to have $0 to $1 billion, but in my mind, I believe I can have $100,000. And so we go from 0 to 100,000. When I've manifested 100,000, I believe I can manifest 1 million. And then after 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, and then $1 billion. And this is how the process works. And if you've liked my content and you want more, please like and subscribe and comment in the comment section what you'd like me to address next. My goal is to help you achieve your dreams. And I wish you a wonderful day. And thank you for taking the time to listen.